Moderately disappointing at the low end of acceptable, but still a strong rating for Spike TV. TNA is Impact Primetime
Shut the fuck
special.
up about anything that just happened.
Yeah.
Moderately disappointing and at the low end of acceptable, but still a strong rating.
Yep.
Like, fuck off.
TNA's Impact Primetime Special 1.0 rating, 1.04 to be precise. That kind of framing, because Dave mentions in The Observer, company officials are expecting a 1.0 to 1.1 range for the special. They did a 1.0. They did what they expected to do, and then the PW Torch framing is like, moderately disappointing, and at the low end of acceptable, but still a strong rating for Spike TV.
Like, it's just, I don't know, the framing of that to be like a pretty shit, like, fine, great rating.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck, you can't use every end of the spectrum to describe it.
Mm-hmm. The show opened with a 0.92 quarter and grew every quarter during the first hour to a 1.06 for Christian versus Rhino. The show peaked at the end of Kurt Angle Abyss with a 1.11. We won't do ratings, we'll talk a lot, it's just because this is the primetime special. But yeah, that framing, I was just like, fuck off. Like, it's
fucking pathetic. And like, it's such terrible way to frame it.
Sting does an interview with IGN where he simply says, you know, TNA ratings are growing and we're moving to primetime. A perfectly harmless little PR statement. Sting's out there being like, look, we're doing good, we're moving to a better time slot. And there is a whole like page of the frickin' PW Torch newsletter about how actually the ratings aren't growing like Sting said they were. I'm like, what the fuck are you grown men doing? What are you doing? Fuck off.
It's crazy stupid.
Impact outdrew TNT Chicago Bulls versus Houston Rockets broadcast among men 18 to 49 and outrated the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors.
The demo.
Among both men 18 to 49 and men 18 to 34. Imagine if fucking wrestling beat basketball on cable right now in the demo. Imagine the fucking hoops people would be jumping through to celebrate.
Yeah.
Impact averaged 1.2 million viewers. So, pretty good. Fucking
pretty
stupid.
good. Sorry, you mean very bad, pretty good, terrible.
Mm-hmm. Above average. So Genesis, which is, I think, turns out to be one of the best pay-per-views in TNA history. I think it's up there with Lockdown 2008 as one of the most bought pay-per-views in TNA history. I know that like there's speculate both the Torch and the Observer are like, we're pretty sure this is going to break the record. A fun note, the 12 million plus subscribers to EchoStar's Dish network, less than 20% of the total pay-per-view market, but still 12 million people, were blocked from ordering TNA Genesis live on Sunday night. Why isn't known, but as TNA spokesman tells PW Torch that it was due to a scheduling mistake and miscommunication. They are offering replays beginning Wednesday. So they broke their pay-per-view record, even with 12 million customers not available. So probably like that's at least a couple thousand more buys you would have thought out of that group.
EchoStar's Dish Network's CEO did receive a call from an anonymous source in Connecticut that told them they mustn't air this pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a mistake. That pay-per-view's not on that night. Why do you have it in the schedule like that? Take it off. Take it off. TNA currently has around 25 full-time office employees who work out of Nashville, Tennessee, along with 4 to 5 full-time production staffers who work in a nearby productions facility. Terry Taylor recently relocated from Atlanta to Nashville to work full-time in the office.
Shoutouts to the 4 to 5 full-time production staffers.
Yeah, working hard to churn out Impact. It is, I think it's fun, like it's interesting to just have a picture in your head of like what TNA as a corporate entity looks like, at least at this period, like at the end of 2006, that there is about 25 people working on this shit full time, plus some production staff, not counting like wrestlers and hired hands brought in for like TV tapings and all that stuff and extras.
It's a real damn company.
There is more undercard unhappiness than any time I can recall, says Dave in the Wrestling
There's fucking
Observer.
undercard unhappiness in every promotion, every hour of every fucking day. This is a non-story. It's nothing.
I am stunned that the people who aren't being pushed are being pissy about not being pushed.
Oh, here's my follow-up article. Main eventers and pushed acts are having a great time in TNA.
The one thing I will say about this is I do think there has never been more of a hierarchy between stars and non-stars in this company.
I don't even know if I agree with that.
But like if you think about like Kurt, Christian, Sting, Joe level guys,
I feel like it's been like that for fucking 3 years.
I guess it's just been the one guy and it's just been Jarrett.
Yeah, like this isn't new. Like
Yeah.
TNA, for like everything that's like pretty good about it, is there is always a staunch separation between stars, people who are big stars in other companies, and TNA stars. Like it's just no. Like this is what this company has been with. I will not accept this.
It is kind of bred into like even going back to like, oh, when we're getting on FSN, it's not all about AMW, it's not all about AJ. It's like we got to get Nash, we got to get Hall, we got to get DDP in here.
This is the ethos of the company.
But yeah, they're pissy because there are there's a lot of undercard acts that are going to be let go or have already been let go. The last note we'll touch on in a moment covers that, but like diamonds in the rough, and you could be like, oh, they're undercard nerds. Who cares if they're like, oh, sure, some of which I would agree, but like diamonds in the rough, some of the Team Canada guys, like the Naturals, a lot of those like
Spike.
So, yeah, Brother Runt not hanging around. So like a lot of those like both old like legacy undercard guys who haven't quite gotten over yet, and then a couple of the other midcard guys are like on their way out. So there is like a bit of a reshuffle in the midcard as well coming. Speaking of, because he hasn't been used, they were taking up a collection backstage for everyone to chip in maybe $10 to fly A1 in for the next taping so he can see everyone.
You know, like, hey, that sucks for A1. But also, like, it must be nice to know that you're that well liked by the people you work with.
That is like sweet and heartbreaking in exactly equal measure.
It's like, they like you that much that they want you to be there like that badly.
They're going to chip in, fly in for a day so you can meet and have fun with all your friends one more time before you are never seen again until June 2023. July 2023? July 2023.
I think at that point, like, enough people could be like, fucking Russo, bring A1 in for like one final taping, let him get paid before you fuck him off.
Or just like if you have anybody that you want a big strong man to stand behind, he's a good guy to do that. He's big. He looks impressive. Just don't ever wrestle. He's actually not that bad a wrestler. He's a perfectly functional wrestler. In like the history of pro wrestling big men who are just there as heaters, he's not the worst. He's better than like a Mason Ryan. And that is the news.
The news is it's not a slow news period, but like it's more like an anticipation, you know? I guess it's just the Kurt vibe at the end of the day. But there's just like this it's a simmering idea of what this company's going to end up being.
Yeah, because like there's in that long diatribe about his friends not liking the product, there is like Dave being like, what the fuck is TNA? What should they be? Who knows? And like, yeah, the news this month is very, there's not actually a lot of like hard things happening. It's a lot of people like just having thoughts on what happens to happen, and also WWE trying to cancel a house show.
But you know, not competition.
No, they would never do that. They only focus on themselves. Their competition is Netflix and all the streaming services and music. That's the real competition.
Yeah.
Before we get into broad topics, I did want to mention that we are coming toward the end of our Lucha Underground Patreon show.
Are we?
We have maybe 2 or 3 episodes of it left before we finish season 1 anyway. So I was going to throw it out to our wonderful fans, our brilliant audience, that if they have any suggestions for because we're probably not going to go straight into season 2, we might do something else and circle back to season 2. So if there is anything you would like us to do for a Patreon show, the general theme of our Patreon stuff has been like weird one-off wrestling seasons or wrestling shows that kind of stood by themselves.
Stuff that is like condensed to a specific period of time.
Yeah, so not like WWE main event, but like Lucha Underground is this thing that existed for 4 years and then went away, or Ring Cat King we've done, or Wrestling Society X we've done. We have done a year of PWG as well. So if there is anything that you're like, hey, this is the thing I would really like everybody to cover, these two specifically, to cover on Patreon. This is this weird kind of wrestling show. This is the thing I've always wanted people to talk about. Hit us up on Twitter, on Discord, wherever you can find us. Give us your suggestions for where we should go next on Patreon. And as we're rattling toward the end of a really good season 1 of Lucha Underground.
I'm sure it'll keep this quality forever.
Yes, Lucha Underground will never decline. It will always be
famously, it's still running.
The best, most interesting wrestling show I've ever watched.